Maggie comes here, we cheer for her, and then we cheer for the rest as
business. They're your first squad with 5 across. And as you said, the compliments of high school. They're in a really tough field here on the league right now. They currently run second. San Marcos now coming across from 5 girls. They are in third. Meanwhile, action getting away here. Sure, her teammate stays right there with her. And going back to that 2-mile mark, our top 6 squads remain South Pasadena, Hart, San Marcos, Reservoir Hills, Roland, and Thousand Oaks. But that gap between Roland and Thousand Oaks, only 2 points. 2 points separating those 2 squads there for that 5th automatic qualifying spot. And here comes Arrington and Byrne. The 2 seniors representing those Tigers of South Pasadena. Top-ranked squad coming to the action here for Division III. But not too far behind them in those rankings is Santa Margarita, and Santa Margarita on the course right now in Heat 2. Osorio of West Covina, really comfortable gap there, about 100 meters ahead of 4th place. In 4th place now going on the track there, that is Eve Washburn of Burroughs out of Ridgecrest, Divine Jr. with Heath of Capistrano Valley trying to keep pace and keep her in contact and secure a top 8 finish here and qualify as an individual. The 2 Lady Tigers from South Pasadena making the look relatively easily. Again, Arrington rolled to a 16:57 on the same course last month. And right now kind of tempoing in this one, and they're going to come through in the low 18s. Very impressive performance here. A 1-2 punch at 18:07. South Pasadena again will secure their spot as a team onto the finals next week. Osorio coming across the line there representing West Covina. She's at 18:17. Washburn and Heath. That's Maggie De La Rionda of Thousand Oaks with about 200 meters to go. She's looking for a top 8 finish there in case her girls squad is on the outside. But right now, they're in that top 6 spots. Washburn coming across there 18:28. You can check that, 18:40. So Heath will qualify as an individual in Capistrano Valley, 18:44. And De La Rionda leading her group, the Lancers of Thousand Oaks here. She'll be coming across there at 19:12. Huge finish here at the end. And again, every point counts. Every point counts here. As we told you, only 2 points separating 5th and 6th place there. Check out 4 points now for that 5th automatic spot. Huge rush there from Tamburo of Agora at the end to go 19:21. Red One of Hart at 19:21. Ruby Avila of Shadow Hills at 19:28. So South Pasadena still the only squad with 5 across right now. And now reflecting back to Heat 2, our leaders now towards the very top of switchback. Speaking of those leaders, the 9th grader from Monrovia at 5:45 through the mile mark, Isaac Terrell. Amy Iverson of Dana Hill, state meet athlete in years past there. She comes through at 5:45. Serenity Fausto, who really impressed as an individual here at the Mount Sac Invitational earlier last month. Santa Fe High School coming through at 5:46. Jacqueline Solo of North Lawrence coming through at 5:50. Moore Park, Jenna Murray and Kaylee White coming through at 5:56. So Santa Margarita and Fullerton, 2 squads there with 5. So Fausto of Santa Fe, they're now coming down to back to the stadium there. Terrell of Monrovia and Iverson of Dana Hills. Those 3 running right beside each other, all trying to move on as individuals, perhaps. And right now, right now, looking at those team scores here for Heat number 1, South Pasadena, as advertised, and easily cruising into the final. Park High School, San Marcos, Roland, Shadow Hills, right now currently tied for those 4th and 5th spots, and just 11 points ahead of Thousand Oaks for that 6th spot. Thousand Oaks coming in at 1:02:39, 1:42:39 there as their actual team time. So we have to keep track of that. And Arroyo, he's there. Arroyo at 7th place there with 168. They're showing there for the young Lady Knights there. The Thousand Oaks right now in that 6th spot. Kind of a dubious spot there, say the least, though, but you're right there in the running. And now we're going to compare their team time to these next couple of heats. Iverson of Dana Hills, Fausto of Santa Fe High School, and Terrell of Monrovia High School, and the fastest freshman at the Mount Sac Invitational a month ago. Those 3 churning their way up the saddle, and they'll be making their way to the backside of Reservoir, and then we'll get a split there at the 2 mile. So going back to that 1 mile mark there, Santa Margarita, those Lady Eagles, currently ranked number 2 in Division 3. They're putting on a show right now. They're big advantage here, about 54 points ahead of Simi Valley, Fullerton, Moore Park, Pacifica, Garden Grove currently coming to the action, ranked 5th, and Monrovia and Esperanza. So a lot of teams in play here coming through that mile mark. but Santa Margarita packing up and solidifying some good spots there with only 47 points at the mile mark ahead of Simi Valley, who sits at 101. Well, our leaders come through at 12:13. Fausto of Santa Fe right there. Isa Terrell. Meanwhile, Alana Thomas moving up very well there from the first to the second mile, representing Santa Margarita. She's comfortably right there in fourth place at 12:32. Jacqueline Soto of North Torrance coming through at 12:40. Haley White leading her teammate Jenna Murray, both representing Moore Park at 12:46 and 12:52. And momentarily we'll start to get our first team with 5 across. Should be Santa Margarita. But again, that race was wide open at the mile mark. We'll get a little more clarity here at the 2-mile mark. And again, as advertised, Santa Margarita, your first team with 5 across there for the 2-mile. And our final section here of Division 3. Again, top 5 teams will move on. That 6th place team will look at that team time to make them the 16th team to move on. And of course, anybody finishing in the top 8 on non-qualifying teams will also be given a spot on the line for next week's Southern Section Finals. So going back to Heat 2, Division 3 girls, Santa Margarita dominating in control of Simi Valley and Monrovia. Monrovia moving up 3 spots there from the 1-mile mark. La Mirada now also throwing their hat into the ring along with Fullerton, Moore Park, and Pacifica out of Garden Grove. Currently ranked 5th overall in the division, but sitting in 7th with less than a mile to go. So it is completely wide open. Only about 25 points separating teams 3 through 7 over this last mile. Speaking of the last mile, our leaders coming through here, Serenity Fausto of Santa Fe continue to do the pace setting, along with Terrell of Monrovia, Iverson of Dana Hills looking to qualify as an individual. And in Heat 3, Summer Wilson, incredibly talented junior out of Irvine High School, taking the pace out hard here along with
don't let her pass you, big dog. Hit that finishes, man. Oh, yeah.
And our leaders onto the track. This is Terrell.
Come on, Thread!
So Terrell, the 9th grader out of Monrovia, motoring onto the track here. Fausto keeping pace. These two are going to be right now right around 18 flat, maybe a little north of 18, but very fine efforts here. The two young ladies here in Heat 2, Division 3 girls. Iverson of Dana Hills right there in 3rd place.
Let's go, Sarah! Let's go, Sarah! Come on, Thread! Come on, Thread! Come on, Thread! Come on, Thread!
Miss Alana Thomas of Santa Margarita starting to close that gap there on Iverson, but Iverson comfortably in that top 8 right now will qualify as an individual. Terrell of Monrovia, she'll be our first to cross, about 18-13. Very nice effort there. Fausto of Santa Fe looking to qualify as an individual, 18-18. But again, this race is completely wide open here when it comes to team scoring with less than a mile to go. So Iverson coming across there from Dana Hills, 18:48. Thomas very comfortably there at 18:49. Then Santa Margarita, they've been in charge all throughout. They came in as the top seed. And again, got to keep our eyes perched on those last spots there. Kaylee White of Moore Park, Jenna Murray. Elise Jordan of Santa Margarita along with Taryn Colston. Jacqueline Soto of North Torrance, very nice race there. 19:09, Lauren Gutierrez of La Mirada. 19:31, Jenna Murray of Moore Park. 19:34, Elise Jordan. And Taryn Colston, Santa Margarita, so the Eagles putting 3 in the top 10. Santa Margarita, first tee with 5 across, and now keeping our eyes on the edge of our seats here because, again, those last 4 spots completely wide open. Of course, we'll be looking at that 6th place squad as well.
Let's go, Mara!
Come on, Liz! Finish strong!
Come on, Mila!
You go left! Let's go, Leslie!
So Summer Wilson absolutely taking control here. 5:34. She is all by herself. Those in the stadium right now, you can see Summer Wilson from Irvine High School. She's now down below the stadium and not backing off on the throttle whatsoever. Very impressive performance here about halfway through the race here for Wilson, the junior out of Irvine High School. She had 11-second advantage there over Francini of Calabasas, Salem of West Torrance, but that 11-second advantage is actually going to be more. Wilson has completely opened up the show here. Meanwhile, Perez of Oak Park leading the way there. And going back to our team scores here for Heat 2. Simi Valley with 5 across. La Mirada with 5 across. Monrovia right now currently in 4th, and Fullerton in that 5th spot. Meanwhile, Moore Park right now currently sitting 7 points behind Fullerton for that 6th spot. They come in at a time of 143.58. That will be just a little off of what we saw in that first heat. Thousand Oaks, of course, they went 112, and Moore Park at 113. So Thousand Oaks would hold the advantage right now. And Summer Wilson on the crossover, 9:08. This will be one of the fastest performances on the week we've seen so far, and probably especially today. But Wilson, the junior, her first time getting on the new course, so we'll see what she can do here going up the saddle. And Francini of Calabasas looking to move on as an individual. She'll be going over the crossover right now at 9:44, so in great shape right now, with her goal obviously being to finish in the top 8. So going back to Heat 2, Santa Margarita, Simi Valley, La Mirada, Monrovia, Fullerton, and Moore Park will be in that 6th spot. But again, Thousand Oaks ran a faster team time in that previous heat. So it'll all come down to this final heat here to solidify that 6th at-large spot, if you will, to comprise our 16 teams that will be on the line for next week's finals. So Summer Wilson now, she's gone over the hill of the saddle and now coming upon the 2-mile mark.
Great job, Kerry!
We'll be getting a split for her momentarily, but she'll definitely be under 11:30 at the 2-mile mark. And Summer Wilson again putting a clinic on right now and looking very impressive here. Meanwhile, Francini of Calabasas continuing to try to keep pace. So 11:26, 11:27 there for Miss Wilson at the 2-mile mark. So in our third and final section here of the Division III girls, Wilson looking to qualify as an individual. Francini, who's second place right now from Calabasas, also looking to qualify as an individual. Salim of West Torrance right there. And of course our group from Oak Park. Going back to team scores there at the 1-mile mark. Oak Park with a 5-point advantage over Yorba Linda. Canyon Country, 92. Red Lindsay's Valley at 100. In 5th place, South Torrance, but only 3 points ahead of West Torrance, 117 to 120, and that was at the 1-mile mark. So our young ladies now approaching the 2-mile mark. We get a little more clarity here on the whole team score right now. Really tight battle there through that first mile. Salima West Torrance, 12-16. Sophia Perez right there, 12-17. Wolfinger of West Torrance currently in 5th at 12-34. Rabluski and Olivia Reed representing Yorba Linda, one of the top-ranked squads in Division III. They both come together there at 12:38. Madison Boucher of Royal at 12:43, trying to qualify as an individual, and right now in that 8th spot here going across the 2-mile mark.
You got this, you got this.
So Summer Wilson, wow, 11:25 officially through the 2-mile, about a 40-second advantage. 46 seconds actually just ahead of Francini. And now Wilson working her way down the saddle right now. She'll be taking that left turn to go onto the airstrip, that right turn to go into the gauntlet, and then that little left swerve there to get back on the track and finish the last 350 plus meters to pay dirt here. And she's right now right on pace, right around mid-17. So very impressive performance here. Solo performance at that here, the young lady from Irvine. And she's on the airstrip at 14:28, 14:30. Meanwhile, at the 2-mile mark, Oak Park and Yorba Linda, top 2 seeds, living up to the billing there. Canyon of Canyon Country, currently in 3rd with a 4-point advantage over West Torrance. West Torrance doing very well there as a team over the middle part of the course there. From the 1 mile to the 2 mile, they have now moved into 4th place, just ahead of Redlands East Valley. Mission Viejo now throwing their hat into the ring at the 2 mile mark, ahead of South Torrance. So we got ourselves a heck of a battle. Only 6 points separating 5th through 7th with less than a mile to go. And here she comes into the stadium, Summer Wilson. She was state meet runner-up in Division 4 a year ago, now moving up here to Division 3, representing Irvine.
15:57 in the stadium.
She's only at 16.